Hello guys, welcome back to an unboxing video, and today I'm unboxing a Android controller which should also work for the PC, and I'll show evidence of it working on PC. I'm just going to do an unboxing. I think it's shipped from China, and I got it for about £20. Okay. So that's what it looks like. So it's a very simple box. It looks like it's been damaged a bit. So we get the instructions manual, which I may have to look at to connect to my phone and computer. So I want to see if it works, because I looked on Amazon reviews. If you point it at me, Mum. Yeah. Because I've looked at Amazon reviews and no one's actually said if this works specifically for PC. People said, oh yeah, it probably works, and the previous model for this works on PC, so this one should. But I just want to make sure it does, show anyone else that's wanting to buy it. So it's an Xbox format. Yeah, looks like it's quite light. I'll go into the detail of how I feel. So far, seems alright, but I don't know, I'll tell you my opinions later. Also comes with a USB to, what was it, micro USB. So yeah, and that's it. So I'll see you when I talk about either on the computer, on a smartphone, and general use of what I think of the build quality. So see you in a bit. Okay, so it's quite easy to set up and connect it to my phone. So I have a OnePlus 3. You may see I've seen my unboxing for it. It's quite a good phone, and I've connected it on Bluetooth, so it was quite easy. So all I had to do was read the instructions, which was like there, and basically on Android at least you had to hold down the Android button and the home. So I just held it down, it started flickering, and then I refreshed it and connected to PG-9068, and it seems to work instantly. So if you see here, I can move the cursor around. So this is what's it called? So this is like the mouse mode. And you should be able to do it on iOS as well. Just instead of clicking that Android button, you click the arcade button. Although there doesn't seem to be a mouse mode on iOS. I could be wrong, but unfortunately I don't really have an iOS phone to really try it on, nor do I want to, because yeah. So it does work for the Android. Just a note, so when you are clicking, you may want to sort of focus. So this button here basically is the click button, not the A. And yeah, to switch from the sort of the mouse mode and the actual gaming sort of controller mode, all you have to do is click that and it switches between the two. So the two, okay, yeah, there you go, there's the mouse. I wonder where it was. So it can move around, and if I click like on the search bar, yeah, there you go. So it's not that trigger. For some reason I'd expect it to be the trigger on a sort of Xbox style controller, but it's not. But it seemed to work if, say, you want to use Android TV or something and you want the controller for that. Okay, so I'm testing it out with this car game, and I mean if it seems to be responsive. Some note, like my phone is sort of heavy, and it does feel quite. You can definitely feel it. So I have to click select on. Oh yeah, okay. It may start going. May need to switch hands, but you can definitely see. Yeah, you can definitely see it's working really. Which is a good thing. So I'm going to try it out on an emulator and try it out on another game. So the analog sticks feel pretty good. The triggers feel a bit cheap, especially the buttons as well feel quite cheap compared to. So I've got an example of my Xbox controller. You can definitely feel the build quality difference. Everything feels, a bit heavier but less cheap and plasticky really. Even the buttons, if you push them in, they don't move, but if you push them in, you can definitely feel like they go inside, which was a problem with I got some cheap Chinese rip-off for an Xbox 360 controller. And I would say this is definitely better build quality, but don't be expecting anything like an Xbox controller, which do cost about £40, so it makes sense. And my phone's quite a big phone. It's OnePlus 3 again, like 5.5 inches. It fits it, just about, I would say. I'm trying to fill it up. Oh. Okay, but this extends, and I've lots of like Android controllers. These appear to break quite easily, and they're never very good. And I'll give you a conclusion at the end of my time using it. But I wonder how easy this is to break, and hopefully I don't break it. But I might write in the video afterwards if it breaks, or in the comments or description. So check there if you want to make sure. Maybe a month after and it breaks, I can tell you it there. Okay, so I'm trying out hill climb racing, and basically it's not working. So that's unfortunately not very good. I'm not sure why it's not working, but that's my second test. So the first game was working, the second isn't. I'm not going to try lots of games, but now I'm going to try out a emulator. Alright, so I've just loaded up a PSP emulator for Star Wars Battlefront on the PSP, Battlefront 2 that is, the better version. I think it's lagging a bit. Yeah, so this speeds it up, the trigger, but let's try some of the other buttons out. So, sorry, doesn't look like it's, yeah, it's, I think I just chucked a grenade. I am shooting, yeah, there you go, there's evidence. I can't get it to move around. This analog thing's working, however this isn't. I'm not sure why. Again, I mean, it might be because I need to set up something on the PSP emulator. It might be because this isn't working. It's not very good that's not working, but yeah, that's my experience with emulating. Unless that is, yeah, maybe that is actually, you don't actually use the second one. Yeah, so actually it is working, never mind. Yeah, this is just evidence that. So So far it seems to work most of the time, and most of the games that you really want it to work, like Hill Climb 2 wasn't working, but really, do you actually need to use a controller for that? I mean, PSP you definitely, like emulators you definitely need to, because touchscreen controls are never good. But you can probably, you know, get away with it on phone games. But like, again, this was, yeah. So make what you think of that, but I would say it's done a pretty good job. Okay, so I'm now playing Snow Party. I think it's like SSX, like a snowboarding game, and that seems to be working fine. I'm not really sure what the controls are, but the analog stick's working, which is probably the most important thing. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I've just done something, so jumping and I don't know the controls, but jumping and stuff works. The last game I'm trying out is Farming Simulator. As you can see here, again, it seems to be working fine. I can reverse and stuff. If I click buttons, it does stuff. Not sure what stuff it does, but I think it looks like it's working fine. Yeah, so now I'm going to try out some PC games. Alright, so it's been a few days actually, but basically I've managed to get the Bluetooth working for a game on the PC. So again, there's two modes. I'll give you a link in the description to what video I sort of used to do it, but yeah, I'll just give you a quick process of how to do it. So I did it, basically you have to do the exact same method as you did with Android. This is for Windows PC, we've got Windows 10 on here, a laptop. So all I had to do was hold down the power button and Android, and then if you look onto the laptop, I had to go, so I'm on the Bluetooth settings, and I had to add a Bluetooth device, and then it popped up while this was pairing, so I just held down Android and the home button for about 3 seconds. It took me a while to figure out, so I was trying to, like, you know, there was so, I don't know, I thought you had to hold down X, and it wasn't very clear, to be honest, but basically you just have to follow the same steps as Android, and it should work. And once you've got it connected, it's pretty much paired up, and if I click that second one, it works exactly like Android, where you can move your cursor. So if you see my cursor move a bit, yeah. And obviously you've got all your media buttons, like A will like maybe turn the music up, or X will skip the song, etc. Now I'm going to so it actually got paired up quite quickly. This was just with Bluetooth, and I've set it up on Rocket League. So I went in, so basically to do this, there's a tutorial. Basically I went into Steam Apps, Common, Rocket League, and I went into the binaries, and I started, basically to actually play it you need to go on to that link, can't bother to read it out, I'm trying to be quick, and download 32-bit games. I thought Rocket League was 64-bit, I'm pretty sure it won't work, so you'll need 32. Apparently most games are actually 32-bit anyway. So once you've downloaded that, you'll want to go into your binaries, and then Windows 32, and then you'll download a folder called X360CE. You have to extract it, and then you have to open up this program, and then there's like a quick setup for all the buttons and the software drivers. And once everything's like good, it should be working for you. And again, I will put the video link to how I figured this out, because there's no point me doing it again. But yeah, so I'll show you some evidence. Okay, so we've loaded up Rocket League. So I'm still in mode 2, so you can move the cursor around if you need to, which is quite useful in like games that you may need to use the cursor a bit. Possibly, I don't know, if you're playing Candy Crush or something, like, yeah. So the first one is the main, like your main game mode. So press start. So I'm just gonna press, if I can get this, I'm gonna press a button, and it just opened it. And if I go down, seems to work. The graphics are pretty awful. This laptop, I'll just quickly create a free play training match. This laptop's not very good. It's not got a graphics card, it's got like a Pentium processor or Celeron. But it should demonstrate the capability of this controller. So this is reversing. So you can blatantly see it does work. Again, this is driving. Yeah, so it seems to work pretty well. The latency seems to be alright, but then again, I'm testing it on a sort of, I mean, it's already quite laggy, but make sure your PC has Bluetooth. I mean, most PCs don't. Actually, lots of old laptops don't. So that's why I'm like using this laptop, because it's not actually mine. But yeah, but you can, yeah, works pretty well. Okay, so here is a last game. So I'm going to test out. So I've just tested out Rocket League, and that seemed to work quite well. So now I'm testing out Rogue Legacy. With the wireless controller. I did just try and use CSGO, but that didn't seem to work. I sort of gave up in the end. I didn't really care, because you would never really use a controller for Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, it just wouldn't work. However, Rogue Legacy, that is, you kind of need a controller. So if I click left, it does go left, so it seems to work. And if I jump... Okay, so that's my thoughts for the Ipega controller. It's quite a good controller. I recommend it, definitely, from the use I've been doing. The thing that I'm probably not too happy about is the wired connectivity, but I think there's a van outside, but yeah, it's a shame that there's no wired connectivity to a PC. But Bluetooth should work quite well, and I'll just get a Bluetooth dongle, which is what you probably will need if you want to use it on PC. You can't really tell by the pictures, but imagine an Xbox controller. They've almost like replicated the actual design, but it's not got... I'd like the analog sticks, but everything's got quite a clicky feeling, but definitely not console like Xbox One grade, but that makes sense for the price. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe for more videos. All the links for all the videos and help will be in the description, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.